Hey, welcome back YouTube. Today we're working on my daughter's car. It's a 2006 Honda Civic. Muffler went out on her. Not sure if you can see this. I don't have my light under there yet, but it broke off here at the tailpipe. My daughter T-Bird here, I made her come down to help, and she's gonna hold the camera for me for some of this, but I like her to see how I fix things. So one day when I'm not around any longer, she might be able to do some of this stuff on her own without Dad around to help. So I bought the replacement muffler already while she was at work today. And while I had here, I wiped it down with some Prep-All and I sprayed it with some high temperature paint. Hopefully keep it from corroding too quickly, and hopefully it'll last the life of this little car. I mean, it's kind of near, I don't know, it's life expectancy as it is, but hey, if we get another 4 or 5 years out of it, that's even better. So we're going to get the old stuff off. We'll show you how we do that once we get a look at it, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're up under here looking at this, and you see these bolts. They're like spring-loaded bolts. There's 2 of them. Not sure what size they are, but I'm going to put some penetrating oil in there. I'm going to try to save them because I don't have those spring-loaded type bolts here to replace them with. And the nuts on the back look pretty crusty. Hopefully I won't have to cut them off, and I'll be able to salvage them and reuse them. But we're going to put some Kano Coil on, the best penetrating oil made, which I'll put a link to in my description. And we'll see if we can turn them out. So we'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get the old muffler out of the way, so it's not in our way. If you can look up here at these 2 rubber mounts that it mounts to, I've gone ahead and sprayed a little WD-40 on them to hopefully make it slide out a little easier. So I'm going to work on getting that out first, and hopefully it'll slide out and give us a little room to get up to the front. All right, so what we've done here, I put an extension on my ratchet, and this is a 12 mil socket that I put on this end. Again, I used a wire brush to knock some of the loose rust off so we could get a good fitting on there. There's a bolt on the other side, but I think it's tack welded to the flange on this resonator. So it's not spinning, thank God, because I didn't have a wrench that fit it, and I've tried every wrench I got. Nothing seems to fit it right, and I was worried we might round that off, getting it off, but it looks like you only got to worry about turning this side out. So I put like I said, a 12 mil ratchet on here, and I'm just slowly working my way around, and it's coming loose. They usually don't put these things on terrible tight because they know they're going to have to get it out eventually. And it's coming out. I'm telling you, that Kano Coil is the stuff. It's only been sitting in there about 5 minutes and seems to be coming through. So I'm going to get this out and then get the other side out, and we'll be back because I'm just taking off this little broken section of exhaust pipe, and we'll come back and show you what we do once we get all the old junk out of the way. Okay, so here's what we got. We got the broken piece off. Here it is. These are the spring-loaded bolts you want to get out. Little tip, put a little bit of WD-40 or some Kano Coil on the end before you put your socket on. It'll make it a lot easier to get your socket off once you pull it out. And you don't need to hold the bolt on the other side. It's part of the flange, so that's not an issue. But I put some Kano Coil on the threads first, and I hit it with a wire brush on both ends to clean them up so that I didn't damage them, because I want to reuse these, and I'm going to be able to now because I took that extra minute. You can see this is the other one. The spring just comes off of it, and you just slide it back on if they happen to fall apart before you put it back on. But what I wanted to show you before we put the new muffler up, I did get a new donut, one of these crush type things, and if you look up here, you can see the old one. I'm going to hit that with a screwdriver and a hammer to knock off the old one. But you want this thing's tapered, and you want the fat end going towards the front of the car when you put it on, and then when you mount it up, just tighten them evenly back and forth to smash the new one down. So we're going to get this off. Like I said, I'm just going to take a hammer and a little screwdriver and hit it from back here. Hopefully it'll pop right off. They usually do. And then we'll put the new one up and get the new muffler in position, and we'll be back. Okay, so before we go securing this thing, what I did, another tip, I put a little shot of WD-40 in both the holes that the two mounts go through to make it slide in easier. Those rubber mounts up here, hopefully you can see them. But makes putting this thing in a lot easier. The frame, the control arm's holding the weight of the muffler. And if you can come around and look at this, you can see I put the new gasket on. Come to this side, T. Over here. I got this new thing on there. I took a wire brush, and after I knocked the old one off with a chisel and a hammer, I hit it with a wire brush, and then I put the new one on, and it's going to crush this. This is basically just like compressed foil as far as I know, these gaskets. But they're made so that if these things don't line up perfect, if it's coming in a little angle, it makes a good seal. And once I get these bolts started, I'm just going to use a ratchet with the 12 mil socket on it to get them going, so I can kind of control it. There we go. Start them by hand. Doing this from the blind side. There's the hole. Just need to get them started. And that one doesn't seem to be grabbing. Just make sure your gasket stays in there where it's supposed to be. I'll go ahead and tighten this side up a little bit. A few turns on it. Okay, let's see what we can do on the other side. This one's a little trickier to get to. Helps to have a wobble end ratchet too if you got one. I don't think that one's going in. Oh, maybe it is. Just turn it the wrong way. Yeah, she's a good one. Just checking. Yep, she's going through. Again, you don't have to crush these things real tight. I'm gonna go back and forth on them, kind of clamp it down even if you can. So far, so good. With this, putting that kind of round washer in there, or gasket, gives it a little bit of flex. Not too difficult a job. Yeah, it's easier with a lift, I ain't gonna lie. But if you back this car up on a pair of ramps, you could do this in the driveway. I'll put a link to the muffler and tailpipe section in my description. I think we're about where we want to be as far as tightness goes. And if once you get it hooked up, you're going to start the car and feel around it and make sure there's no exhaust leaks coming out. If there is, just tighten that side up a little bit more. I think we are good. Grab the camera just to show you what it looks like back here. You can see our new gasket is crushed in there. on pretty good all the way around. I'll probably tighten it up just a little bit more. Well, you get the idea. That's it, folks. You've replaced your muffler. Costs probably about 120 bucks and a little bit of time. You know, an exhaust shop's probably going to charge you $300 to $500 to do this. So easy money savings here, folks. If you got an older car, don't want to dump a lot of money into it. So hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe on Dirty Dave's Garage. See y'all.